Hey guys, welcome to PixelPirate81's Endless Space. It's a new game, a turn-based type 4X or X4, whatever you want to call them, style game, similar to Civilization. Obviously it is a science fiction version of the genre, and I intend on doing many Let's Plays with this game. I love this genre, this genre, and so without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to go for a new game. Now before we started, I did make my own faction. You can do that in this game. I'll just quickly take you through it because it's pretty cool. Basically, you can go through each category. You can select positive things. For example, this one gives you the ability to permanently apply grafted or genetically engineered traits into the DNA of succulent plants. It has great long-term advantages to simplifying colonization. So there's pluses and minuses as well. So for example, Deep Roots gives you minus 40 ownership per system in your empire, and plus 50 ownership loss per system captured by opponent. And there's lots and lots of stuff. I mean, that's the things I'm talking about right now are pretty much gibberish to anyone who hasn't played the game yet. But still, you get the idea. Yeah, here's a simple one, a -2 movement on ships. And what it does is it gives you extra points. So as you can see here, you get 60 points. I've got too many, so it's red. But if you give negative traits to your faction, it gives you more points to spend. So if I choose this one, for example, now I have more points. So that's the faction editor in a nutshell. But like I said, we already made one. My faction's called the Pixel Pirates, of course. So let's go ahead and accept that. And we are going to go for a 4 spiral, large map, 4 empires, 3 random and myself. And we'll go with just the normal difficulty and normal game speed. Of course, single player. So yeah, let's get started, shall we? Now, if you've played any Civilization games before, like Civilization for example, you'll know that you can pretty much move anywhere. But in this game, it's not so easy. As you can see, they've got red lines here to distant other systems in the cluster, and you travel along these lines to get places, as you'll soon find out. So as you can see here, I've got 2 fleets docked at my main system. A factory, which is basically a colonization ship, where I can go to other systems like this one, or this one, and make it mine. And a seeker, which is like a scout. So I'm going to go ahead and send my seeker over to this one, and he'll travel down there, and he didn't quite make it. And let's go and have a look at our system. So there's more than one planet in each system. It varies quite a bit depending on the system, and of course you get different attributes for each planet. You can also colonize. It's not in this particular system, but there's sometimes you can colonize asteroid belts. So there's a bit of variation. As you can see, this one's a barren one. You've got a small tundra, and you can also get luxury resources. In this instance, I've got dust water, which is excellent because I get +1 money and plus 2 food. But you can also have negative things, which luckily none of these do. So I'm happy with that. Yeah, you can get things like acid rain and other negative things that happen on your little planet, and it's just not good for anybody. So So without further ado, let's have a look. you can actually zoom into the planet, have a good look at it. You can use exploitation. So as you can see, the type is tundra, and if you scroll over you can see that I get +1 on terrain and planet for that, +1 industry there, +1 money for planet and arid, and +1 science. So I might go with that one. As I was saying, or alluding to, there's different options for each planet. You got food, industry, science, and dust. So dust is money. Science is, you know, how you get research done, and food is obviously how your planet increases in population, and then industry is how fast you can build things. Oh, and I just noticed we've got a moon here. Later on we'll be able to survey that and make use of it. So let's close that up. The one interesting thing about this game is approval ratings or happiness of your overall empire and individual planets really matter. And generally speaking, at least in my experience so far, you mostly get negative happiness for colonizing other planets. As you can see, the little thumbs up there, you get -5, but you get +2 food, you get +1 industry, and so on. So you've got to try and offset your happiness or unhappiness, approval rating, which is up here, and it shows you exactly what's affecting it, with the ability to increase other things. So one of the other things is the tax rate, and obviously the lower the tax, the higher the approval. So if I do that, then that's great. But of course I'm -2 money, so I'm going to keep it at 40% for now, just to get some money up. And let's choose our research. Wrong button. Okay, so as you can see, this is the tree for research. We have 4 branches of research. This one is diplomacy and trading, this one's galactic warfare, this one is applied sciences, and this one's for exploration. So I'm going to go ahead and start trying to get better ships, and of course you have to go through the tree. So if I want to get this one, which gives me a destroyer ship class, I have to first go through this one. But the good thing about this game is if I want to do this, then I can just click that and it'll automatically go through the chain. And I think it's the chain of least resistance, so the least amount of turns that it takes to get that thing, which I think is fantastic. It sort of saves you a bit of time trying to figure out how to get stuff, and also having to micromanage your research as well. So we're going to go with that one, which will take us just over 10 turns. And the other good thing or interesting thing about this game is you can hire heroes. So heroes go either on systems or on fleets of ships. Where is that? Here. So for starters, you get to choose from one of 3, and you can look at his or anyone's attributes. So this guy, for instance, gives you +25 on the defense of a star system, and on and on and on. And depending what you want to do, you choose the hero to accommodate. So if you want to give a boost to a system rather than a fleet, then you choose stuff that benefits systems. So this one might be good because he gives a defense on a star system, and he also gives +6% money and 14% food and so on. This guy might be a bit of a war. He's a pilot, so 16% damage on the minimum of your damage, and also 16% on the maximum damage. and also defense and so on and so forth. So as you can see, having a hero with your fleet or a hero with your system, depending on their skills, is actually a big benefit. Obviously you've got upkeep, so -2 money, and I am currently at +5, but I'm going to hold off and get a bit more money, because regardless of the overall upkeep, it also costs 20 dust to get any of them, and I only have 10. So I am going to go ahead and end the turn. So basically my goal for this game is to try and find out the bottlenecks, because as you'll see, actually I'll just go ahead. Yep, so as soon as you go into a new system, you can see there's 4 planets in this system, and it gives you a new path to a different area. So this is, unless it has good planets, it's almost pointless. Well, this one's got good research, but I'm going to hold off. See what else is around first. And the bottlenecks are essential to try and head off, because if, for example, you see how there's 4 paths into my home planet, so the enemy could come from any of those 4 paths. But if this turns into going here and then this one goes down here, this might be a bottleneck here, and I can cut off those 2. So it's a good idea. Let's end the turn again and get our ship to move. Yes, so this, as far as I can see, is a bottleneck for these 2 systems down here. So we'll keep that in mind. And I'm going to go back up here because I want to have a look at this blue one here and this one up here as well. Now this has quite a number of planets, so I'm going to have a look over here. Nothing too special. There's a fair bit of research, which is interesting, but yeah, I might leave that one alone for now. And our research is complete. So as you can see, we got the first one, and now it's automatically doing the second one, so that's fantastic. And let's get our ship, our little our little scout to go down there. So every time you start off the game, you get a free scout and you get a free colonizer or a factory ship. Okay, so might be good for a bit of industry. Not bad. Well, -15, so that's a bit rough, but let's see what else is around. Let's go up here. Now, as you can see, this smoky kind of line, it's not a solid line. That means it's a wormhole, and you need technology to be able to get to that system, unfortunately. I have currently forgotten what it is. I think it's down here somewhere. Yep, this one here. So we might actually go for that one next. And then after that, we might build our military up, I think. Alright, well this one's got diamonds, I think. Let's see here. Yeah, nothing special, really. My current strategy is to get money primarily for the first few systems, if I can. It seems like, at least in the experience I've had with the... let's go ahead and move that down one, make them a bit happier. It seems in my experience that money is a big issue, at least with the factions that I've played. I know there's factions, or at least I've heard of factions that that do just have oodles of money. And my new one might be one. I haven't actually played this faction yet. I've only just created it, so... what's in here? Nothing special. A bit of ho-hum with the system so far. Look, I might just colonise this one and get our our sciences up. So I'm going to send my factory down here to colonise it. And what have we completed? Yes, right. Okay. Well, let's. You know what? I'm just going to build one defender, I think, just for now, just in case there's pirates, because, as you'll see soon, you can actually build your own ships in this game, as in the blueprint of the ship, which is a very novel idea. So when we finish this this research, which I think is one turn left, we'll get the destroyer class, and I will be able to build myself a new ship. So what have we done? Okay, so let's dismiss that. And okay, so we've got our ship, our colonizer factory at the system I want to colonize. So we'll go ahead and press that and decide which one we're going to go for. So that's only -5 happiness, and it's got some decent food and it's got good money, so I think we'll go with that one, although that one has even better research. Oh, decisions. It's got more population too, so we only lose 1 money, so we might go with that one actually. Actually, what's the minus? Yeah, -5, why not? So now we own that system. And of course we don't own every planet, we have to colonize each and every one. But I own this one. And we are going to go ahead and just convert our industry into money. So 25% of industry converted into money, just to get a bit more dosh, you know. Love my cash. Yes, so very exciting. Alright, so end the turn there. And my research is complete, so we're going to go for the wormholes next. And I can build my own ship now, so let's go into the ship builder. And this is also the fleet manager, so you can see all your fleets. Currently I only have one, which is my little scout. But we're going to add a ship design, and up here you got the class selection. So this one is, I believe, the scout. Then you have the no, that is that's the scout. That's the defender, I think, and this is the destroyer. So here we are. So down the bottom here you can see weapon modules, defense modules and support modules. I am going to put some weapons on here. Every time you put weapons on, the tonnage increases. So we might go halfway. Yeah, that sounds good. And then we're going to put a layered hull on there, which gives us +4 to the military power of the ship, which I'm not 100% sure what that is just yet. I might look that up for the next video. And then you get support modules. So this one gives you +40 damage, but it gives you -20 health. So you can only put one of those on. And then we just increase the health with this one. And we might get it to 400. I think that's a healthy number. And then just put the rest of weapons. And I think that's all we can fit. So, yep. So I'm going to go ahead and call this Attack Destroyer, just so I know what kind of what it does, and you know, because I've got a lot of weapons, so I'm going to call it an attack one, just because. You can call it whatever you like. But. So we've created that. And we might just add a couple of those, and maybe another defender, and what's happening down here? So how many turns is 24 turns? Yeah, we'll leave it there for now. Let's have a look at the tax rate. +7. Let's put it down to one more, +6. Everyone is very happy indeed. So what I might actually do is go here and see if there's anything worth colonising here. Maybe, I can't colonise that yet, so I need technology to colonise that one. Yeah, well, maybe. Yeah, it's only -5 rather. Let's go ahead and put that on the list. You can't just colonise automatically once you own a system. You actually have to build it, and that's 58 turns. That's yeah, 14 turns once it gets its turn. So, okay, I'll close all that up and get our ships moving. And there's a new system. Oh, gee, 10. Okay. Well, looks like we're getting a lot of research out of these, and not too much industry. Oh, this one's got 7. Oh, this is a small asteroid belt. So as you can see, there's a bit of variation to what you can get. Let's go ahead and move our little scout down here. And we managed to make it. So this one's got pretty good industry. And this one's got very good money, so I'm going to keep my eye on that one. And it is also a bottleneck to this system. So if this system expands off into a lot more, then that will be very viable indeed. And I don't think I'll make it in one turn. No, probably take 2 or 3 turns. Okay, well, as you can see, you got the red ring around here, so this is our influence, I believe. We have 2 kinds of rings. One is one you can't see, which is just a ring. Oh, actually, you can see it on this one. This is what we can see. So when enemy ships come into this area, we'll be able to see them. And this is our influence, the red. So let's go ahead and end the turn. And I'm liking our position so far. I want some better systems, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. So let's move our and I think that might actually take another 2 turns. Hopefully we can get there in the next turn. So let's go ahead and end it. And move our ship down. And that goes to that one. So the bottleneck one I was referring to earlier is looking more and more viable. And this one's got a bit of money on the first planet here. And a little bit of research, but nothing too flash. So we'll end our turn. Okay, and move off. Right, so actually, depending on this one, this is looking less viable because there's 2, more than one way, so we might have to block this one off and this one, but we'll see. And just adjusting my chair there, sorry about that. So let's move off down here. Did we have a look at this system? Yeah, a little bit of research, nothing too flash. And move off again, almost made it, but not quite. And we have finished our defender ship. So going for an attack destroyer. Let's see here. You know what? I'm going to get rid of that, and I'll get rid of that too. And what we might do is have a look up here. Yeah, +5. So we might just start building ships here too. get 2 attack destroyers in. We need a bit more industry, but I can't colonise that one just now. The only other one we can do is that one. I think they're pretty happy, and also that gives us extra research and a bit more money. And I'm missing requirements because I've only got 1 population in this system, so on this planet. So I think, as far as I know, I think I have to wait until I'm at least 2 or 3. Could be wrong. I'm still new to this game, so yeah, there's only 1 planet on there. So that's actually good. Alright, so as far as I can see so far, I'm going to have to get this system as quickly as I can. Just to head off any issues with this wormhole until I can get wormhole technology. But then again, I'm only 3 turns off, so what I'm going to do is send off my little scout ship over to this system here, Benny, whatever it's called, and just wait for that to finish off. It's going to take 3 turns for me to get there anyway, at least. So that's alright. And off he goes, almost there, and just 1 turn off getting wormholes. So after that I think we're going to upgrade our military considerably. The ever-present threat of pirates is always an issue, even though they're fairly easy to fight. They do take you by surprise. Alright, so let's go up here. Actually, what I might do is just get a few of these out of the way. Yes, I'm definitely going to do that. As you can see, each research has 2 things that it improves or gives you. For example, if I do the N-Way fusion plants, then I am able to build a star system improvement per planet or planet that I colonize in systems, and this gives me plus 10 industry per star system, and then on top of that plus 1 per desert, Arctic, and so on. The only problem is I get -2 money. So this also reveals titanium, which is important. So I'm going to dismiss that, and yes, very interesting. I now have access to wormholes. So let's go down there. Oh, that's bad. Okay. Alright, well, you get to see the combat, I guess, and then we'll call it a day. So let's go with the manual combat, because it's so cool, the combat in this game. I'm going to lose, there's no doubt about it, but let's try anyway. So it's sort of cinematic. You get to choose your long range and your short range attacks and things like that. So let's go with nano repair, and then we'll go with magnetic field and short circuit, because I don't think there's any weapons on this ship. So as you can see, it's all time based. You have to be quick and choose the things that you want to do. And I think I did the wrong thing with choosing nano, because I should have done it on the 2nd turn after taking damage, but never mind. And there is the pirate ship. As you can see, it's quite cinematic, and you can actually do the free camera and look outwards, but I kind of like the cinematic style of play. And I'm not doing too well here on health, unfortunately. Like I said, I am probably going to lose this battle. You can also flee from battles. I'm not sure if I have that skill yet, because I've never done it, but you can run away, and I am dead, quite dead. You can run away, but they get to attack you once for free. So, in which case I would have been dead anyway. So that is a damn shame. Well, thankfully I have a defender there, and I'm looking at an attack destroyer there. So that's not very encouraging. But we'll wing it. And on that note, we'll save, and I'll see you tomorrow. This has been Pixel Pirate. Thanks for watching.